o'clock this afternoon. The main road leading across it was immediately sealed off, and the arrival soon afterwards of detectives from the anti-terrorist branch proved that the accidental find was a significant one. 100 yards off the road, a man had stumbled on 2 bags concealed in thick undergrowth. A police van was parked close by, as the contents were examined and photographs taken of the whole area. Police are not saying so publicly, but the explosives are believed to be Semtex, and the discovery linked to recent IRA activity in England. Police dogs helped scour a large area of Hampstead Heath, as detectives looked for any evidence to bring them closer to the terrorists who were clearly going to return here sometime to retrieve what they'd left.
This is a good example, in my view, of the public being extremely vigilant. And I would like, again, just to commend the member of the public who did in fact find this particular cache of paraphernalia. It's certainly, I've no doubt, saved people's lives, and I would like to stress to the public at this particular time how vigilant they need to be. They need to be our eyes and ears, and indeed to assist us to prevent these things happening, and we're most grateful to them.
A short time ago, the road across Hampstead Heath was reopened. It's now up to the forensic scientists to judge the significance of today's find.
15 years since a bomb blew apart the Horse and Groom pub in Guildford, killing 5 people and injuring 50 more. An hour later, another pub 200 yards up the road was also bombed. Then a month later at Woolwich in South London, another soldiers' pub was bombed and 2 people were killed. Detectives arrested Paul Hill and Jerry Conlon, and then Paddy Armstrong and his 17-year-old girlfriend Carol Richardson. The Guildford 4 were sentenced to life imprisonment by the judge, Lord Donaldson, on the strength of confessions made against each other, but have always protested their innocence. At the time, the judge said, "Your crime is such that life must mean life." If the death penalty had not been abolished, Lord Donaldson told the 3 men, "You would have been executed."
This was the worst kind of conviction. It was based entirely on confession evidence from 4 very vulnerable, very young people.
Hill is also serving a life sentence for the murder of a former British soldier in Belfast, which would have to be reviewed in Belfast Crown Court before he could be released. After repeated claims that the Guildford convictions were unsafe, the Home Secretary decided last January that the case should be sent back to the Court of Appeal. Some of the new evidence concerned alibis. This woman, Yvonne Fox, said on the night of the Woolwich bombs she was with Hill. At the time of her interview, Carol Richardson was not only taking the barbiturate Tuinal, but was given pethidine by a police doctor. Then there's the word of the 4 men arrested after the Balcombe Street siege in 1975, who said they had carried out the Guildford bombings. All of which is being investigated by an independent force, Avon and Somerset Police. The signs tonight are that information from them may well have led to today's climb down.
As part of their 2-year investigation into the Guildford case, the Avon and Somerset Police interviewed officers who carried out the original murder inquiry. They came from the Surrey and Metropolitan Forces. According to sources at Westminster today, the Crown decided the convictions could no longer stand because several policemen had clearly perjured themselves. There's no indication how many, what rank, or what course of action will now be taken. Lawyers acting for Gerard Conlon would have argued at a full appeal hearing that the prosecution wrongly withheld evidence from the defence. They claim police took a statement from a witness who was staying at this hostel in North London, who said he saw Conlon asleep in his room at a crucial time on the night of the Guildford bombings.
It was never disclosed to the defence. The name and address of the witness were never disclosed to the defence.
At tomorrow's hearing at the Old Bailey, the Crown will outline in detail its reasons for deciding the convictions are no longer safe. It's already clear allegations over the case go to the very foundations of the criminal justice system.
The appeal had been clearly anticipated, but the tension around the Old Bailey had endured all day. The result came at 2:40. Half an hour later, the tension erupted into roars of celebration from the hundreds of onlookers who'd been gathering since morning. Gerard Conlon, clasped firmly by 2 sisters, was led towards a huge throng of journalists pinned behind barriers. At his trial 14 years ago, Gerard Conlon had alleged police brutality and threats to his family unless he confessed to the bombings.
I've been in prison 15 years for something I didn't do, for something I didn't know anything about.
The 2 other freed prisoners made more reticent departures. Carol Richardson and Patrick Armstrong, slipped away in 2 cars flanked by families and friends. Both of them had claimed at their trial that their alleged confessions had been made under intimidation.
United, Jerry Conlon and the family which kept him going throughout his 14 years of wrongful imprisonment.
Come on, Martin. Come on, kid. Come on.
I know what happened was a tragedy at Guildford, Woolwich, and Birmingham. But you don't compound a tragedy by making other tragedies.
How much bitterness is there in your heart?
There's not a lot of bitterness in my heart. I feel bitter towards the judiciary, towards the police who framed me, fabricated evidence. But I've nothing but time and respect for all the English people who helped me. And there's been so many of them.
Then he spoke of prejudice.
Well, if you're Irish and you're arrested on a terrorist political type of offence, you don't stand a chance. You just don't stand a chance.
Jerry now wants to get to know his family again.
Well, Anne's children, Brady's children, Martin's wee boy, I've only ever seen them in prison. It's going to be nice to take them for walks and take them places, to be able to enjoy them. I should have had kids myself. I should have been a married man. We're a family. Hopefully that'll happen.
Over in Belfast, those nieces saw their Uncle Jerry on television and are looking forward to seeing him in person.
Cheers. Thanks very much.
With his family around him, Jerry Conlon is enjoying his first night of freedom.
This is the isolated spot where the 3 young paratroopers were killed. To the side of a blast-damaged farm building, out of view, lies the twisted wreckage of their Land Rover. An army bomb disposal unit gingerly approached the area, which still remains completely sealed off. They started an intensive sweep, looking for booby-trap devices. The search for clues was mounted by soldiers on the ground and spotter planes from above. In Paris, Mrs. Thatcher had said she had told the Irish Prime Minister that there should be no safe haven anywhere for the IRA. Later this week, the Irish Parliament is due to debate Anglo-Irish relations, and once again, security will be top of the agenda.
The police call it a fingertip search, an inch-by-inch examination of the ground. Even trees near the scene of the attack were checked, every corner in which debris could have landed when the terrorist bomb went off. Meanwhile, doctors at Colchester General Hospital say Staff Sergeant Mudd, who lost both his legs, is now conscious. His wife, who has minor injuries, has been at his side. Late this afternoon, the police finally removed the couple's car. It too will be minutely examined as the search for the bombers gets underway.